John Airy here with AintItCool.com and ArticulationTimes.com with an action figure review for you today of Steve Rogers from the Marvel Universe line by Hasbro. Let's open them up. Alright, so we got Steve here out of the package. First thoughts? I really like the figure. It's very nice. Let's get a good close-up of it here. Yes, Steve Rogers, who most people know as Captain America. Currently, he is the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. and in charge of the Dark Avengers. He's got Bucky manning the Captain America suit. That's why he's in these digs here. The figure is very nice. I really like it a lot. We're seeing a marked improvement with this Marvel Universe figure compared to some of the early Marvel Universe figures 3 years ago. We're getting better articulation, better paint, better sculpting, better decal application. The accessories are still a little weak, but overall a really, really good figure. All right, let's start first with the articulation because Steve here has plenty of it. Starting first with the head, it's on a ball and socket, but really just moves side to side on a swivel. The arms have a nice ball and socket with a hinge on the shoulder, a hinge on the elbow, some swiveling on the wrist. He's got a nice bit of articulation on the upper chest and then also on the waist. He has a swivel there. That's something you don't see, especially in this scale of figure. And then the legs are on a ball and socket as well, on where the leg meets the pelvis. And that's actually a really nice joint here because you can get that leg up in a lot of different poses. Also, we have some upper leg articulation. Let me get that gun out of the way. Where that swivels there, the double knee joint. We have an upper calf rotation, which is nice, and then a little bit of articulation on the ankles, but this plastic here does not really let them move around all that much. So I don't know if you really want to count that. The figure is just, it's really nice. It poses well, it looks cool, it's fun to play with. The downside of this figure, I would definitely say, is the accessories. Let's get a closer look here. He comes with two guns. This weapon here is, I mean, it looks okay. The molding is all right, but the plastic is just really, really kind of weak. It gives me the same kind of feeling as I'd get from like a really cheap dollar store action figure with a gun. It's just really flimsy, weak plastic, and it brings down the quality of the figure. The handgun is not as bad. Don't get a lot of great detail on it, unfortunately. And it's, yeah, there we go. And the plastic flimsiness isn't as apparent with this little guy because it's so small. But when you compare these guns to the guns of its counterpart, the G.I. Joe 3 3/4 inch line, also done by Hasbro, I mean, it's hands down a better line, definitely as far as accessories go. I'm not quite sure why we can't get that same level of accessory with the Marvel Universe line, and really the same holds true for the plastic that's used on these figures as well. It doesn't feel as heavy or as solid as the G.I. Joe figures. Otherwise, you know, it's good. It feels somewhat sturdy. Like I think if you gave this thing to a 5-year-old to play with, it would take a while to break, which is good. But again, it doesn't have that same kind of heavy quality. But it has the same quality on the paint job, on the sculpting, on the decal application. You have these nice little details here with not the holster. What would you call that? This little plastic application here, and on the belt as well, where I guess these straps would hold something, but I'm not sure what exactly. There's not a holster there for the handgun, which would have been nice, but I can't really complain too much because the figure makes up for it in other places, especially the articulation. So overall, I really like this figure a lot. It's a good-looking figure. It looks just like the comic character. It comes with a nice little display stand, like all the other Marvel Universe figures, and he displays nicely. So overall, I'd definitely give a big thumbs up to this figure and the Marvel Universe line. We're starting to see that nice, steady increase in quality as far as the articulation, the sculpting, and the paint goes, but we're still a little behind on these accessories and the quality of the plastic. So Marvel Universe, Hasbro, if you're listening to me, if you could please upgrade those, I would definitely pay $1 or $2 more for that figure. But those are just my thoughts. If you have your own thoughts about the Marvel Universe line or Captain Rogers, you can send me your comments, contact@articulationtimes.com, that's the email address, or leave me a message on the Articulation Times Facebook page, Twitter account, YouTube channel, wherever you like. For Articulation Times and AintItCool.com, I'm John Airy. Keep collecting.